You better wake up and get it. Ain't got no time for no quitting. Your pockets might be on mission, but that's called temporary digit. Get off the couch and get lifted and say that this how we did it. Cause it all started with a podcast called Separate Living. Let's go.
Alright. Welcome to another episode of the SpotLight presented by the Separate Living podcast. You already got the one and only Kam Campbell. And today I got another guest for another episode of another interview. So, this guest I have right here, she's a beautiful young woman. She's highly educated. She's a go-getter. She's a DJ even though she doesn't want to claim it. I got DJ Lexx, everybody. DJ Lexx.
Wow.
So Lexx, so tell me something.
Uh-huh.
How does it feel to be a business owner, first things first?
There's a lot of mixed emotions, I think. Like it's there's a lot of freedom in being a business owner, but there's also a lot of stress and responsibility, and make you kind of want to go get a job. So
that 9 to 5, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little easier, but more or less, there's a lot of freedom in it, and I think that's what I've been striving for this whole time. So.
Okay. So.
But it feels good.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about your business if you like to. So, what's the name of your business and exactly where did the inspiration come from?
Oh, I had like 17 businesses. So
Ain't no wrong with it. Go get it.
My youngest child, like I call him, is Ratchet City Music Fest. And like I told you earlier, that's something that God definitely told me to do. I was in New Orleans and I graduated, and He told me to come back home.
Black Red.
And right.
Of course.
I definitely didn't want to come back to Shreveport after being in New Orleans for 4 years. So, 3 years. But I just trusted the process, and He just gave me this idea of hosting a festival that would eventually just push artists and push businesses to where they are supposed to be and just make them greater. And so that's the first business.
Right.
And then the second business is the promo pack, which I actually just started last year, just turned 1 year old. And the promo pack is definitely a gift from God. I give God all the glory and all the praise.
Of course.
You really, about being a business owner, you really can't do this by yourself. You need His help. It ain't enough grinding and enough hustle in the world.
Yeah, trust me.
You need Him. So I lost my job. I used to work at KTL, and I got fired. And after that, I was kind of like a little lost, but the festival was still going on, so I still felt, the fullness of the festival. But then after that, I was like, okay, I got to do something to make money, or I got to go get another job. Right, I had to do something. And so I definitely, actually, my fiance over there told me, he was like, well, you need to take those skills and you need to use them, like, for yourself. Like, you've worked so hard for them, you could do it for yourself. And as much as I hate to say it, he was right. So the promo pack was born, and now I make websites, and just I can continue to help businesses like I was when I was working at KTL. So I'm glad that, the Lord told him to tell me that, because it's been working out. So
of course.
That's my 9 to 5 now, but my firstborn and my first love is definitely Ratchet City Music Fest.
So let's talk about this beautiful fest.
Yes.
So for those of you that don't know, when it comes to creating something, it's hard. But especially when it comes to a festival, I tip my hat off to you, because I know it's a lot going on. It's a lot of steps, from making sure everybody is secure, making sure everybody is, available in everything.
Right.
So I definitely want to tip off my head to that. So I've had many artists come on here and actually recommend you on the show. So, of course, shout out to all those that definitely did that. So, when it comes to the festival, exactly what was your ultimate goal with the festival?
Well,
let's go back to the beginning, the blueprint.
Okay. So the blueprint, actually, that's something I live by, like writing the vision and making it plain. That's something in the
Habakkuk 2 and 2.
Bible.
Look at you. Come on now. Come on now.
Anyway,
trust me, I do. Yeah.
So that's something that I live by. Habakkuk
Yeah.
2:2, write the vision, make it plain so that you can run with it. So that's where I definitely started, and that's where I feel like God began to pour into me what the festival was supposed to be. And the goal was to give artists a platform that they normally didn't have or wouldn't have. You have other festivals in town,
Right.
but honestly, if you don't know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, you're not going to perform, or you're not going to get the chance to perform. And you may deserve to perform, but it's just not, it wasn't that readily accessible. And so at first, honestly, it was all about artists. The artists got to perform for free. It was like 50 people. It was hectic. It really didn't have no structure. But
Right. But that blueprint.
right. I
Yeah.
had, keep revising it.
Yeah.
Eventually it'd be great. But the first, like I said, the first plan was definitely for artists, like just to give them a platform to perform. And I've worked with so many artists over these past 4 years now. A lot of them, returning, and just I was able to give, because when I graduated from school, I graduated with a degree in music production. So I was able to give them, the knowledge that I had for little to nothing, stuff that is simple stuff or small stuff that'll eventually, that eventually help them in their careers and help them, do the bare minimum, really. So it started off just being about the artists and giving them a platform. And as I worked at KTAL, I had my own show that we worked with businesses, and so I started to grow to love businesses and just the young entrepreneur and people trying, because I remember just like when I first started, I was talking to my fiance about this last night. When I first started, I remember being just so hungry and just wanting any kind of help that I could get, like just wanting any kind of anything, just a little sliver of knowledge, and I remember people taking from me. I remember people stealing from me. I remember, some of the negative things, but I also will never forget the small things that people helped me with. I remember my first year, Mr. Chris, he owns the State Fair, or he's over the State Fair. He didn't know me from a can of paint, but he definitely helped me out in a big way. He brought barricades down to the festival and helped me block it off, and he set them up himself. But like I said, he didn't know me. So I remember the big things and the little things. And so me just wanted to start to help businesses after that. And that's kind of where the festival is now. So it's for artists and it's for businesses, especially in the Black community. So,
Man, I wish I had like a little bit to like clap, but I'm working on it. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna do it ourselves. Yeah, there we go. Self-prolific. So, just like yourself, I also went to college, but my degree was in liberal arts because I specifically wanted to do audio engineering and music production. But the college that I went to, they didn't have that, so they was just like, you're gonna do this, that.
right, they threw something together.
And just like you, I created something out of nothing.
Right.
And I love that. Like, I love how, living in a city where it's just like, it seems like there's no hope. But it's just like, the reason why there's no hope is because there's no one, like, there aren't many people seen that's actually being creative enough.
Right.
Because there's talent here. Look at you. Look at me.
So.
Look at the artists here. The painters, the producers, the DJs, everyone. So definitely want to shout out all those that are self-prolific.
Right.
So let's talk about this business as far as like the bridge between the websites, the LLCs, like explain that, like exactly where that came from.
So, like I said, I needed help when I started the festival, but I didn't really have help. I was still a broke college student, and I was making like $10.
And it's a real thing too, being a broke college student. The transition.
Like, you thought you ain't had no money. You really don't have no money when you graduate.
So.
No stay comment. In school, kids.
No
get the
comment.
checks. But
no comment.
I really didn't have any money, so I just had to figure things out on my own. And so the first, the festival's website, I made it by myself, and YouTube just was my best friend, and so I just learned how to do that. And then I was like, okay, I got my website, and I need an LLC so I can get a bank account. So I did that by myself, and then like I said, just over the years of just doing the stuff by myself.
Perseverance.
Right, and my fiance seeing that and saying, like, you really know how to do a lot of stuff, and you need to bundle that into some type of promotional type thing. Like when I tell you, like that was all his idea, and I just kind of ran with it. And he
So
always
you
be
stole
like,
it.
"Where my cut it?"
exactly. So you stole it. Okay,
He
okay.
always like, "Where my cut it?" But you know,
Yeah.
I give him hugs, so it's okay.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, so I like I said, I had to find out how to do something, and I knew that for anybody that's an entrepreneur, your best bet, if you can, if it's with, I'm really big on purpose, so it has to be within your purpose. You can't just be doing something because you see somebody else doing it. So if it's within your purpose and if it's possible, your best bet is to have some kind of digital product, because you don't have to pay for a digital product like you would have to pay for, like if I'm selling laptops, I would have to pay for that laptop, then sell it to you, then get my cut back, but then invest the rest of my bit. It's a lot. So if I sell a website for, and this is not what I charge, but if I sell a website for $1,000 and it costs me X amount of dollars, like $5 or whatever, to get the hosting for the site, you know what I'm saying? Now I get to keep $995, you know what I'm saying? So if you can, if it's within your purpose, I really do recommend people to do some kind of digital products. And so, but anyway.
Dropping them jewels. I love that. Dropping them jewels. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
See, and I love whenever, like, we can all get together and actually talk about business, talk about creativity, talk about productivity, you know. And I want to ask you something. So where does your music roots come from? Because I heard you got a degree in music, so let me tap into that little brain.
Nobody's ever asked me that.
Let me tap into that brain particle right there when it comes to your music and creativity.
My whole family is musically inclined.
Okay.
I guess that was my cousin, was Eddie Giles. He was a pastor, Grammy Award winner here in Shreveport.
Okay.
But it's on my mom's side. And I remember being a little girl, and I would be like chilling with my uncle, and he was like a father figure to me. And he would like beat on the wall, and like we would play the name game, and like Hannah Manna Buffetta Banana.
Okay.
That game.
Yeah,
and I just thought it was so cool. But anyway, so he would do that, and he has a son named Duran. And Duran, I made my first song. It was called "Hit the Business" in like 7th grade.
Oh man,
and
throwback.
It was trash, but it was bad. But you know,
got to start from somewhere though.
I remember him bringing this big desktop and he's sitting on the kitchen counter, and we went in the washing room to record the song. It was just a lot going on, but it was like so cool, and I wanted to do that. And then I remember my cousin Junior, he is a DJ, and so I DJ'd my first party like off of his turntables, and then I was like, my mom want to be a DJ, and so she bought me these $100 turntables from Radio Shack. Radio Shack is still open.
Radio Shack. Oh, wait a minute, that's a throwback. Wait a minute.
She bought it from Radio Shack.
Yeah.
I used to take the desktop computer with me and just did music. And I told my people I wanted to go to school for music, and my daddy looked at me like I was crazy. And my mama was like, "Go for it." Like, she's my #1 supporter.
Wow,
so
that's
she's
beautiful.
always supported me. So
That's beautiful.
yeah,
Shout out to the moms out there, y'all.
definitely so.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So when it comes to DJing, I mean, so I understand, you know, exactly where it came from, but what made you keep going? Because, you know, some people start something and then just be like, I'm done. So what kept you going when it came to DJing?
My mom, like I said, she spent her hard-earned money on that turntable, and like I said, it was. I wish I had a picture of it, but it was really small. It was like this big. It was very plastic, and I had my first party, and she took me to 103.7, where Scooter Man, DJ Breeze, and Yoshi were there. They had a show called The Three Kings, and I went there strictly just to get some clean music for the party, because the girl mama was like, you know, no cursing. It was a sweet 16, and I was 16 at the time as well. So she took me up there. And I talked to them, and Scooter was like, I want you to meet somebody. So he took me to meet Quinn, and Quinn was talking to me. He was like, you know, what do you like about music? And I remember vividly saying, I like the double entendres, and everybody was like, oh, the double entendres. And so anyway, he was impressed with like my knowledge at a young age, and so he said he wanted me to come up there and start interning. And I think that was like a pivotal moment, because I was like, you know, maybe I could actually do something with this. Yeah. Maybe I could, you know, be somebody. And so I remember one of the reasons why I don't like people to call me DJ Lexx or DJ anything is because when I started, they was calling me DJ Tuk Tuk. Like, they was trying to tease me about it. Yeah. But it's like, I'm really fine because I really work at the radio station, but y'all trying to tease me about it.
That's how it is.
You know, anyway.
That's how it is. Yeah. So it's like that when you build it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I kept going because, like I said, my mama invested in me. My mama was the first person to invest in the festival as well. So, got to pay her back.
Shout out to your mom, man.
You know,
shout out to her. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. So, let me ask you this: do you have a 5-year plan, or do you have like a set? I'm going to like pretty much like this gonna be my cap, or do you have a limit when it comes to the festival or DJing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. Like, I know for a fact, and y'all can quote me on this, the festival is going to be very, very big.
Of course.
And it's going to, like, help Shreveport's economy. It's going to change Shreveport in a positive way. Mm-hmm. So I really don't see a cap on the festival.
Good.
I was going
to say you better not stop.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to. But I do eventually want to stop DJing. Just because sometimes I like it, sometimes I really don't like it, but I try not to, be ungrateful because it can be taken away from me. So I don't really have a cap with that, but I guess my ultimate goal is I also manage artists. I manage Big Brown, and I manage Isaiah Polk. He's an R&B artist, and Big Brown is a rapper. And so my ultimate goal is, to get them in the music business and get them signed and let that be that. But I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. Maybe I need to work on it.
No. Don't stop. So the reason why I asked you that is because I love how you were saying that you're not limiting yourself. Like, you're not just like, okay, well, let me read this book about music and then, like, that be it. Like, I love how you saying, okay, did this, let me move forward. Did that, let me move forward. Let me do this, let me do that. So I guess the next question is, what's your next step?
Oh, I don't know. My next step, honestly, is to focus more on music. Like, I have the promo pack.
Right.
And I feel like God has blessed me with the promo pack so that I can have funds to do what I need to do. But I definitely want to focus more on, like, the music side of things, because that's what I want to do. Like, I want to get back to the music. I want to focus on my artists, because they really great artists. You know how people be like, oh, yeah, they really, like, no, they really good. Like, they're really great artists. So y'all check them out, Big Brown and Isaiah Polk. But I really want to focus on music to try to get them where they need to be, and I want to learn, how to be the best manager I can be and how to integrate that into my festival as well. Like taking artists from the festival and giving them distribution deals or whatever, or having a distribution company through the festival, or for people who only got their music on SoundCloud or something.
Ooh-wee.
I don't know.
Moves.
So, but I really never know, because I always have to pray about it. So, because God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above anything that we can even think about. Come on. Yeah. I don't know. That's why I just I just go with the flow.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so when it comes to this festival, like, I mean, I know you probably just like, it's a festival, but like, do you understand that you're actually creating history every single year when like the moment it starts to the moment it ends, every single year you're creating history?
I never thought about that. But,
still.
It is a holiday now.
Wait a minute, talk about that. Hold on.
It's a holiday now. Man, I went through so much with the city of Shreveport, but it's still home.
Yeah.
I definitely, the first Saturday of every August is Ratchet City Music Fest Day. And that means a lot because, he didn't have to approve that. Like, he could have looked at it and said, ugh, denied. So,
wow, yeah.
So I feel like that's a step in the right direction, because just with the name Ratchet, it just gets this bad name, like they thought it was just going to be like a wet T-shirt contest out there and, just butt everywhere, but it really wasn't that. And so I feel like as the years go on, they're seeing that, hey, this girl really trying to do something different. Like, she's not trying to do whatever they was doing back in the day, So I never really thought about the history aspect of it, but
Of course.
honestly, I just be trying to help people out, like anybody and
Me too,
everybody.
me
Because like
too.
I said, when I first started, I just wanted some help, like any type of help. So, yeah.
Oh, trust me, I understand that. That's exactly why I called you. I was like, you know what? There's
Please.
somebody I know. look, dear Lord, I come to you as humble as I know how.
Your humble servant.
That I know that there was somebody
real.
in this city
They can help me.
that can help me and open up doors and have
That's
put
all.
people on stages and allow them to perform. And when I open up my eyes, she's gonna be on my left side. Lex, amen. Thank you. But yeah, like I love how we're able to actually allow people to, express themselves, step into the spotlight, step on stage. Like, I love that.
That's what people need too. Like
Yeah.
people, they need something to do. There's so much going on and so many negative things that you could get into. But I try my best to shine a light on all of the positive things about Shreveport, like the new restaurants and the new this and the events and the this and the that. Because there's so much that you could invest your time into instead of trying to, hurt one another. So.
And the thing about Shreveport is, like, you hear a whole lot of negativity, but you don't hear that much positivity. And it's just like, you have to listen to the music.
Right.
Like, you have to listen. I mean, because I've had many interviews with many artists, and all of them pretty much all said the same thing. They just want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, they just want to be heard, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Like, I respect it, and I love that. So.
But like a lot of people, the music is a outlet for a lot of people. Like I remember, I never really was trying to be an artist. I don't really remember. I remember for a short amount of time I wanted to sing, but I never really wanted to do that for real. But music was always a way for me to express myself. Whether somebody's sitting there freestyling to some pens on the table, or whether somebody writing songs
back in the day,
or poetry.
on the table. Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's somebody expressing themselves. And a lot of people, they come from these damaged homes where they not heard no way, you know what I'm saying? Barely got somebody to even talk to at the home, especially if they ain't got no brothers and sisters. So, giving these people a way to express themselves in a positive way is always good. Because I try my best, like for the festival, we don't do no op, cracker this, cracker that, shooter this. First of all, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Second of all, you're more talented than that. You can find something else to talk about that can still be your niche, because niches are important, and you can make it that way. But you definitely don't have to kill you out. Please leave them alone. So,
Man, like I always tell people, like the table's big enough for everybody to eat on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact of, like if you got a plate in front of you and I got a plate in front of me, why am I over here, letting my food get cold watching you eat?
Right.
Just like,
Definitely so. I feel like every year I have a word that I cling on to that I feel like the Lord give me. Last year was execute, and I feel like this year for the festival is collaboration. So I'm trying my best to like collaborate with more people, because you know people that I don't know, and I know people that you don't know. And so collaborating, you will help other people get further, and the Lord wants us to work together and help each other anyway.
And that's the only way we all gonna make it.
So
Yeah.
Try to collaborate with folks. So. Yep.
And I feel like that's definitely important, especially when, not necessarily everybody has the same goal, but it's just like it's under the same tree. Mm-hmm. So it's just like if you trying to leave Shreveport or make it out of Shreveport or have your music in other cities, it's just like, okay, like you said, I know people that you don't know. Mm-hmm. You know people I don't know. So what's wrong with us, taking our time, creating a blueprint, and helping each other?
Right. I wish I had more help with the promo pack too. But I keep having to remind myself that, I just started with the promo pack, so it's going to have to come just like the festival game. Mm-hmm. But, I see how much money could be made. Like, if I had somebody, with me. I know it's coming because you got to be the right person. You don't want the wrong people around you. That's another topic. But, just collaboration. It don't have to be music. It could be anything. Like, if you were to go and sit on somebody else's podcast and y'all stream at the same time, like that's collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Like,
lit.
And then that'd be cool. Because now you got your podcast with their podcast, they artists, and and now y'all both booming. So Gotta collab, gotta work together, man. So you ain't gotta hate on everybody. So
of course, like I remember Rick Ross once said, he said, I don't ever want to move fast. I want to move right.
Right. And we talk about that all the time.
And
if you do the
true.
right thing the first time, instead of trying to rig it, instead of trying to do weird stuff, if you do the right thing the first time, the very first time, you want to start. So if you do the right thing the first time, like the first time that you ever like start to do anything, whatever it is, if you do it right the first time, you won't have to go back and try to correct yourself. You won't have to go back and try to fix this or because you missed a spot or you missed this or that. So please just do the right stuff the first time.
Write it down, make it plain.
Habakkuk 2:2. Y'all gonna read that for real.
Yeah. All right, so look, before we get up out of here, I want you to shout out everybody and let them know where to find you.
Man, my nose ring fell out. So shout out to Tina B as well, because I didn't say anything about her when I came home. She definitely put me on with all the DJing gigs and with everything going on. So shout out to my sis Pop. Shout out to, like I said, Big Round, to Big Round, to my artist Big Round and Isaiah Polk, and shout out to my baby Roderick Bell, and shout out to my mama. Shout out to Jesus for keeping me. Of course. Lord, thank you.
Shout out to the man.
And so, y'all can find me on Instagram at _DJ Lexx with 2 X's. You can find my business, Ratchet City Music Fest, on Instagram and Facebook. You can find, and Twitter actually, you can find a promo pack on Instagram and Facebook, and y'all hit me up. Like, I love to talk and I love to help people for free, so you know, I probably shouldn't be doing that, but you know. So y'all just hit me up. Y'all let me know. You know, I try. So y'all let me know if y'all need anything. Y'all let me know if y'all have questions about the festival, or if y'all have questions about your business. I know a little something about businesses, so I do try to help all the entrepreneurs and everything that they're doing. So you need an LLC, a website, logos, flyers, print materials, signage, stuff like that.
Multiple streams over here. Multiple streams. I love it. Okay. So look, I definitely want you to come back again. We definitely need to collab. I'm definitely going to be at the next Ratchet Fest.
You better.
You know, of course. Going to be up there.
August 5th and 6th. I'll be
standing up tall, as tall as can be.
Yeah, bring your podcast out there. Set it up.
I mean, look, it's up to you. It's up to you.
You ever see the opportunity, take it.
You
and
right.
If you ever get the momentum, don't stop. Keep going.
I'm going to put it on the shirt. No.
Just give me my cut.
I got you. But look, so this has been another episode of the Spotlight presented by the Self-Prolific Podcast with Lexx.
Wow.
And your host, Kam Campbell. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.
You better wake up and get it. Ain't got no time for no quitting. Your pockets might be on midget, but that's called temporary digit. Get off the couch and get lifted and say that this how we did it. Cause it all started with a podcast called Self-Prolific. Let's go.